What's going on, Shellhead family? We got a special interview that's coming down right now by clearly me. Don't forget to check out all the additional social media down below. Don't forget to go check out the Instagram specifically, as I'm constantly posting stories, reels, all types of stuff. So go check that out. Okay. But all this week, we're going to have nothing but sit downs coming out. So you're going to get one today. You're going to get one tomorrow. You're going to get one the next day. And we have another sit down, if I remember correctly, at the end of this week as well. So thanks for coming on this journey, and we'll see y'all soon.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Del's Den, as we are here with
Angel,
and we are here at where?
Altar Tattoo Studio in Old Town Helotes.
Shit. And how long have you been here in San Antonio?
Right now, this is my 7th month staying here since I moved here from New York.
And what's the big change like? We were kind of talking about it a little while back. So, but like, what's the dynamic that you've seen since you've moved over here?
Since I moved here, it's been peaceful, quiet, and easy living. So pretty much I just want peace and quiet, get out of the chaotic city lifestyle, which I'm like, okay, I'm in my 30s. Let me just go elsewhere and settle down. Like, I'm not that young I used to be anymore.
And how long have you been doing tattooing, though?
I've been tattooing for about 10, going on 11 this year.
Wow, 11 years. And what's the journey been like?
Well, it was like a tough struggle trying to start up the business, get myself out there, especially in New York, because like it's mostly competition. But I pretty much just got lucky in certain areas, but also getting my name out there as much.
Of course. I mean, I think it's very important to kind of be able to work towards something that's going to be able to help people. You know, whenever these individuals come in, like the tattoos that they get, are they significant in some type of way to them most of the time?
Sometimes they're significant, but also sometimes they just like the art style of it. Like it could be certain categories, like fine line, black and gray, realism, or color realism. But mostly my thing, I just do color work, which could be anything like from traditional, neo-traditional, Japanese, and also my favorite comic book or anime style tattoos.
Oh, really? What's your favorite comic? What's your favorite character? How about that? GC or Marvel?
I'm in between both, but mostly like my all-time favorite is Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah.
I feel that. What's your favorite Batman right now? Like, if you had to pick a movie Batman, which one would it be?
Oh, that's tough. Like, I have to say, the Batman won me over. So pretty much I was like, okay, this is actually dark as I wanted to be, just like the books. And it's like in a harsh city life, but it kind of like the whole theme, it kind of like remind me of like New York in a certain way.
Yeah, I feel that. I think for me, I think it was the Ben Affleck Batman. The way that they ended up doing the choreography reminded me a lot of the gaming, aspect. But I think it's pretty dope.
As soon as that fight scene when he was like pretty much straight out of the Arkham games.
Right.
I was like, oh, that was a hyping. That was a hype moment.
It's funny because I just watched that last night, and thinking about it now, I think that was the only time they ever did choreography for that specific scene.
Yeah, like they should do more than that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the tattooing, I mean, so far, what has been like have you ever had like an emotional moment? Like an individual came in and they felt real emotional afterwards? Like, I really wanted this, it looks good, you know?
There'll be at times where they be thankful, but also it's mostly the memorial pieces that just be touching the most.
Yeah. I mean, has anybody like cried? Like, oh my God, it looks real good? Or has they gotten...
Yeah, there were some times.
Yeah. Sometimes those can be a little bit challenging. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
Right? So we all know that. In these types of ways, I've heard of tattooing being therapeutic, not only for the people that you're getting these tattoos, but for you as well, like as an individual. Like, does it help you focus? Like, how does tattooing kind of help?
It helped me focus more is basically through communication, good communication. Like either I'm having trouble, I'm talking to my coworkers here, or if the client's like confused or not sure about tattoo, like I take my time and just like be leveled with them and just help them out with their tattoo idea to make it more meaningful, but also give them that relaxation, that they're in a chilled, calm environment where they're safe, and just getting amazing art on their skin.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good way to go about it. Now, if somebody's anxious to be able to get a tattoo, you know, sometimes as we first get them, we're very I remember getting mine. I'm like, how bad is it gonna hurt? You know, what do I have to do if I'm getting too anxious? Oh, I'm not feeling good. Like I've been in a situation where I started getting nauseated. You know, how can somebody kind of help their nerves coming in?
I tell them honestly like what parts of their body will hurt the most, and I tell them like will be more tolerable. But as soon as they sit in my chair, I just do the first line. Like it doesn't have to be a long line; it could be a short line. I just let them know how's that feel. And I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. And then their nerves are calm.
Right.
But like preparation-wise, if they feel nausea, because big thing is like throughout the whole tattooing process, your blood sugar starts to decrease.
Right.
So that's why I tell my clients like before you come in, get yourself a nice big meal, like
Right.
2 hours or an hour before your appointment.
Right.
So that way you don't start feeling lightheaded, skin discoloration, and also depending either you're gonna throw up or just faint.
Yeah, make sure you guys eat. I will say in my experience for sure, definitely come to eat because I thought it was like, my thought process for first getting my tattoo, my first tattoo, I thought it was almost like a medical procedure.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I got to come in not eating.
Oh no!
And I made the worst. Like they didn't even start tattooing me.
We're not taking your blood. You could keep your blood. We're just doing tattooing. You need to
So
eat
make
something.
sure you eat.
So it's like, but usually I tell my clients like bring some snacks of your own. Like if you don't have any, we got some candy here, water and soda to keep you hydrated. But use anything that's like high sugary, so that way you're more focused. But stay away from like caffeinated products, especially like energy drinks, because that will kind of like thin the blood, kind of like drinking under the influence. But it just makes you bleed more. But just like get anything that's sugary drinks that could just keep you focused and keep your blood sugar up and level, so that way you don't fade throughout the whole session, depending how long it's gonna be.
Now, I'm just kind of throwing this in there because you talk about blood sugar levels, you're talking about things that are going to kind of make our heart and our body kind of be anxious and nervous at the same Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you have PTSD at any point in time, please not forget to check out Texas THC Doctors here in San Antonio. Dr. Shaw is going to be able to take care of you. There's a previous video before that. And of course, goodblend.com, as they're also going to be able to get you approved for that medicinal THC here. For you, right, you have a lot of pieces that you've done in the past. What has been the most challenging one that you were like, man, that took forever?
I think I remember was doing my first fine line floral tattoo.
Floral?
Yeah, floral.
Okay.
Like flower themes. Like I did a fine line because a client picked up the design off the wall.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is new. I just right away started studying, see how to work, how to do it, what needles should I use, and the voltage should be set on. So pretty much it took me like at least 2 days of studying because I'm really that committed to my craft.
Right.
Started doing more embroideries, which I like to do the most because they're so fun and colorful. So if you're looking for an embroidery tattoo artist, I do them. I could turn anything into embroidery and make it.
So you like the challenge?
Yeah, I like to challenge myself.
That's nice. That's nice. So when do you? I guess when was those two pieces right there were kind of the most challenging for you then?
At first, it was when it's just in my head. But once I started doing it, like my 10 years knowledge, it just kicks in and be like, okay, you know how to do that. And then it's like, okay, I just remind myself as soon as I have the machine and everything ready with the client. So I'm like, okay, this is no problem. And then I just go get to work.
Now, we're huge Ninja Turtles. Have you done Ninja Turtle pieces? Personally?
I only did one, Michelangelo one. And it was just like his headband and the TMNT logo with his nunchucks.
That's cool.
It was something like so simple right here, this size. Here. Client's first tattoo, especially he was a tourist, so it was like during my time in New York. So I was like, okay, let me just give you like a nice New York Ninja Turtle tattoo treatment. So pretty much I told him like, oh, you got your first tattoo by a New Yorker, and then also who's also a fan of Ninja Turtles as well.
How much of a fan are you of Ninja Turtles? Like, what do you remember? Like, when did you stop? You were like, okay, things have slowed down with Ninja Turtles. I kind of stopped when the constant reboots, changing it and changing. I'm like, the 80s and the 2003 was the best iterations. Yeah, I feel that. And then they just like over and over, and then it's like, okay, you just dumb them down. I'm like, I really don't need that. I can't take them seriously as a show. I think for me, it picked back up. Like I think I started dropping off originally because I just kind of newly founded this whole collection and appreciation for the turtles. Really kind of going back. This is still kind of like 5 years early. but for me, I know when I dropped off of Ninja Turtles, it was about 2007 when the movie came out, when the animated movie came out.
Actually, I like that one.
Yeah, that one was a good one. And then I dropped off from there, which then a bunch of Turtle stuff came out. But then 2012 is when it came back for Nickelodeon, and it had some original voice actors, it had great storytelling, and I think that's where I started coming back. And then, I think it was just about 4 or 5 years ago, I just stated, hey, I'm just gonna start collecting turtles.
Yeah, to me, it was just the constant reboots, kind of like took away the whole spirit of it, like dumped it down for the children, which I don't mind. But like for like turtle fans that have been there for like since the 80s, I'm like, yeah, it's not the same, but we could just go to Paramount Plus and just watch it there.
Paramount's killing it right now with turtles.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite turtle?
Oh, Raphael.
Raphael? Why is that?
He's brash, sort of has anger issues, and he's like kind of relate like, oh, sort of like me, like I make brash decisions, and also my temper could get a little bit away, but also I just could calm myself down.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
I could relate, like it's like a New York thing. I'm like,
Kind of gives you like a strength aspect in a way. Yeah, I feel that. That's how it is with Mikey. Like for Mikey, he's definitely my favorite, but he always looks in some type of way the positive situation, like the worst situation, but he ends up thinking about it in a positive sense.
Yeah.
Now that kind of changes in The Last Ronin. I don't know if you were able to see something that's been coming out with The Last Ronin, but...
Oh, I gotta read the books.
Yeah, you gotta read the book.
I know some of the spoilers, but I gotta read the book.
Yeah, the book is absolutely, like, if you want to get back into it, that's definitely a good starter point.
I heard a lot of positive stuff about it.
So what's coming up? So what we got for the month of May? Do we have any specials going on? I mean, what...
This month we're doing a Mother's Day special, so we do have tattoo flashes are $80 to $150, but also we do permanent makeup here, which is also $150 for both lips and eyebrows.
Permanent makeup?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Permanent makeup is done by powdered ink, so that way it's much more safer and looks much more natural on the client's skin.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like if you like have lost your eyebrows, pretty much the permanent makeup artist can just bring back the beauty of your eyebrows back, make it perfectly lined, crisp and clean.
I guess that kind of goes back into like the whole thought of being able to help somebody, like somebody who hasn't had that type and they want to be able to get it.
But also there's some like cases where like when a client like beat cancer, but it also lost that discoloration, so like she brings it back. So pretty much we do have a permanent makeup that understands.
Right. Good. Well, I mean, it's been dope talking with you, man. I mean, do you have anything for me?
Question: what made you get into liking Teenage Mutant Turtles?
Oh, so what got me into Ninja Turtles was it was actually Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, Secret of the Ooze came out a little bit after, because when Turtles originally came out is when I was technically born in 1988.
Okay.
And then by the time I actually kind of figure out what was going on and cartoons and XYZ, that's when they took me to Secret of the Ooze, and that's where I kind of fell in love with the aspect of the Ninja Turtles. Then I went back to the first movie, which we all know is the best one.
Yes,
right?
a classic.
It's always a classic. It's a cult classic. And then after that, it kind of just fell away, like we kind of discussed. But in the most upcoming recent times with everything that's Turtles been going on, there's another reason why, because I got Turtles. Being able to realize why I love Turtles. It was either between Turtles and Power Rangers, really.
Oh, they're both awesome.
Yeah, they are. And I had to sit there and decide which one I wanted to do. And the Turtles one made more sense to me from a psychological point of view.
Yeah.
And one, you have the father figure, which is Splinter, which he's always trying to be able to make sure that his kids are doing right.
Yeah.
But also giving them the freedom that they need so they can try to figure out how life works. That's challenging to me because I have a about to be 15-year-old. Yeah. So it's kind of like the Turtles are like...
Yeah, you're in the father figure position.
Right. Also, the Mikey aspect. Again, kind of talking about Mikey. Mikey is fun. He likes to think about the positive. He thinks outside the box. He's very in the moment type. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. And he just resonates with me when it comes to that. Donatello is very informational. He likes to learn. I like to learn in multiple different types of ways, and I just like to educate myself. So I kind of like that aspect. Not only that, he has love for the brothers in a specific type of way that the other ones don't have that type of sense of love. And then we have Raphael, the strong one, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
Giving me that strength, pushing through. If something happens to my family, I'm gonna come back like
Yeah.
full force,
Exactly.
you know, twice as strong. And then it's so funny, but like my spouse, she's like April, you know, she's the mom. She's kind of hanging out and stuff like that. She's watching, she's making sure things are getting done in the background. But from a psychological sense, I do like all that. That's what I really like turtles for.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
but
understanding.
yeah, if they wanted to be able to find you, where can they find you, man?
You could find me at Tattoo Studio in Old Town Helotes. And if you want to reach out for any work, colorful work, anime, comic book, or Japanese work, you could hit me up at Angels Wicked Tattoos on Instagram and contact me. Don't be shy. I'm a very easy person. And on top of that, if you want to geek out with me, I will geek out with you back because I have knowledge as well.
And as we all know, San Antonio is huge for anime. We're huge for turtles, and we're huge just for honest individuals who care about one another.
Yes,
So that's the one thing about Deltron's, as we all know whenever you guys are here. But we're gonna catch you on the next one. Don't forget to check out all the additional social media down below, and y'all have a good day. Peace. Good stuff, man. Good.